Do I have a video about what you should keep in your stash? Not directly, but I would say look at ! barter. Those are the go-to barters. The only one that it's missing is the, I think it's missing the SH65. It's the skateboard for the SH65. It's this one right here. But that will tell you some of the other common things and how to use the wish list and barter functions in the game. Within your wish list, any of these barterable items will be flagged in game. I don't know if you noticed last round when we picked up some of those items, they had that little marker on the actual tooltip that indicates that, hey, this is for some sort of wish list barter that you have set up. How to flag certain items. You'll notice sometimes when I'm in raid, an item will have like a red little marker on it. In the beginning, it helps out. The other thing is, here's my philosophy. It's more of a philosophy than anything. You have a certain amount of stash space. You can hoard things until you hit that cap. When you hit that cap, that's when you have to start making decisions, right? If you plan on using something, keep it. If you plan on not using it, sell it. For me, what I like to do, with the exclusion of a couple of select items, is if it's an armor, helmet, whatever the case is, if I can sell it, I am going to sell it. That means if I could sell this 03, that would be sold. This would be sold. Everything except for the SH65s I keep, and some tier 6 I keep. But if I can sell anything else, like I'm keeping this one because, again, I'll come back to that. If I can sell like a helmet or whatever, I'm going to sell them. And I'm going to use the low durability stuff. That's a personal preference. I like to sell them, make the money, hold cash, buy what I need when I need it at the time that I want it. I'm keeping things like this, the Marshall, because it hurts, and I'll tell you why. This is a fresh 115, 0 out of 115. If I go to repair this, it's going to cost me 266k. If I go to sell it, I'm going to say 615. But what did I say? 266? Is that what I said for repair? Fuck. 266. So you take 266, you minus that off 615. Should I just run it? You know? So you're what? You're making 360, 70k for selling a Marshall? I could probably make more money using it. So I'll repair it. I'll use it when I want to use it. But other than that, I sell a lot. I don't like holding too much anymore. They change shit with the economy every single season. There was an argument to be made about ammo. I think most of the ammo is probably priced in for the most part, especially red ammo. Red ammo is a big one to hoard because the prices were going up and up and up because that was their balancing philosophy. Their balancing philosophy was, we'll just make it more expensive. And like, it doesn't work, right? Now you have it, so it's on the market and whatever. Because the reason is that if you go to use it, you might as well keep it. And the reason is when you go to sell something, it has a handling fee. Okay. So the handling fee is basically like your sales tax. So it should be worth 69k, but after taxes, you know, I'm only going to do 6,500 or 65,000. Sorry. If I go to use this and I keep doing that back and forth, I'm losing money through that sales tax. So it's better to just hold on to something if I am going to use it, right? And liquidate anything that I'm not. At the end of the day, if you have no stash space, you got to sell something. So you got to move certain things. Again, I'll keep a key if I'm going to use it. If it's a map that I don't want, I'll end up selling it. You know, I am holding a couple of keys. I could probably sell them. But that's the general rule of thumb when it comes to like, what should you sell? What should you not sell? You know, you got to know what you want to run and what you like to run. I typically hold on to HKs and AEKs, and I don't want to keep a shitload of guns, but enough where I maybe have some bases to work with when I'm going to build out a gun. And some of the common items that I like to use, like tilt grips or lightweight grips or carbine pads or whatever the case is, or 50 drum mags, you know, for the P90, I do P90s a little bit. For me, I stick within HK, AEK, P90 lately. I've been playing a little bit. The AR-57 I also really like, but I haven't been playing it that much. I don't mind the AK-12, but it does lack on tier 6 punch, the BS ammo. But yeah, like right now for the next season, you know, this is November 23rd, 2025. There's speculation that there's going to be a new kind of gun that uses the VSS ammo. So some people have been stocking up on 7N right now because it's like pretty cheap for a tier 5. It's the cheapest tier 5 or level 5 ammo. So if there's a gun that's actually viable for this round, this is going to skyrocket. It'll go up in price, probably close to what some of the other tier 5 is going for, which is, you know, 7,900 for 9.5 right now. 7,500 for AP. So right now the HK is just super strong because of the RPM on it. But yeah, again, to summarize, you know, you got to know what you want to run. If you don't know, then it'll take some time to figure that out. I like to sell anything on the market that I can sell. Like if I could sell any of these RSTs, I would. I have already sold some of them. They're highlighted only because it has a face thing and it's just kind of bugged out. But if I can sell it, I'm going to. Wait, I might be able to sell this one. Yeah, I can sell that one. Perfect. See, found one that I wanted to. So I'll sell that and keep the ones that are low durability. I'll run those, try to snowball those into more wealth. And the last thing too, it's like, you know, once you kind of know what barters you want to keep in your wish lists, you know, this is what I use. You can really kind of flag whatever else. But, you know, when you're looking at an actual like treasured item, like these Tamagotchis or the solar panels, you can really just reference the tooltip. So like 45, 25, 10. And for the first while, that'll do you good. For me, I don't really sell anything on the auction house or on the marketplace unless I'm netting like 10K and above. At the end of the day, even if it's a 5K or a 10K profit, it's worth throwing it up on the auction house if one, you need space, and two, you still have sale slots for the week. So, you know, I have 254 slots left this week, so I could technically sell those and, you know, make a little extra change on the side. This resets Sunday night. Like I always, the daylight savings times messes me up, but I'm mountain time and it's like 10 or 11 my time. But for the first little bit, again, you can just like look at the actual tool tips, see what they go for, and be like, okay, you know, that's 85,000, that's 42.5 per slot. So and then reference that for the first while. Hopefully that answered your question.